4, 3.
We'll do it live!
Now we're live! Erin Kennedy. The general craziness of it, the impact on your life.
We have gone through so many stories and we said, you know what? This should not be kept to the two of us. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Erin. I love that shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I love me some good hot pink.
Yeah, is it a shirt or a dress?
It is. Yeah, I got this post TV news because it is a blouse, not a dress.
Yeah, right. And that makes it was always easier to wear a dress. I always felt, you know.
So big news in my family today.
And it is.
School is in session.
Yes. So do you put them on a bus? Do you walk them? How do they get there?
We do walk them to the bus stop 2 doors down on their first day. And then they just go on their own from there on out. That being said, we are the only parents in the neighborhood who don't stand there and wait with them while the bus comes.
So I know that feeling because I always take mine too to the bus stop, which is like across the street every morning at the very first day of school. But then after that, I'm like, see ya. They're fine. They can walk across the street.
And how
They
about
can
your
play outside,
neighborhood
whatever.
parents though?
What'd you say?
Do the neighborhood parents though, are they with their kids?
Yeah. There are a couple that stand. Oh, I take that back. There's one that stands out and that's it.
I just always remember enjoying going to the bus stop and like just being like not having any parents there.
Yeah, you feel like a big kid, I think, kind of like getting on the bus yourself and getting picked up and doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
So when you got them on the bus today, your feeling was of?
Good. I mean, it was good. They were really excited and really happy. We feel like we've been in infinite summer purgatory for the past 12 months.
Yeah.
Conrad starts pre-K next week.
Oh my God.
So that'll be wild because that's when we'll have our, it's just 8 hours a week of empty house, but.
Okay, but still, and that soon to be all the time when they're in school, when he's a little bigger.
2 years. Yeah.
2 years. Yeah, that's true. But still, it's just wild to me because I can remember, and probably anybody who was watching when I first moved back to Chicago, or if you're watching from New York, I feel like I had Lana yesterday and now she's 13 and she's going to be in high school next year. And that, like, how quickly it all goes is wild. And everyone says it, right? You talk to parents who have older kids and they're like, it goes so fast, enjoy every moment, whatever. And you're like, nah, because, I'm not enjoying this right now. But honestly, it's looking back on it, I'm like, wow, that time flew so fast. It is wild. I don't know.
Stop me if I said this already, because I've been telling everybody, because I feel like this is just encapsulates so much. There was a mom who her 3 boys had finally just left the house, and she was talking to me, and what she was saying was, someday your house will be clean and quiet. And I thought, yes, but she was saying it as, someday your house will be clean and quiet. Isn't that sad?
Yes. And it's so funny because I think when they're younger, right? Like when they're littler, maybe like even how old your kids are, you're probably like, phew. But then when you start to get that little hint of like, oh, there's only 5 years left, there's only 4 years left, whatever it may be, then you're like, oh no. And so I saw something similar that was basically like, someday you won't have anybody you have to take to practice. And I was like, oh no, it's true, and it's crazy. I don't know. It's nuts. Like, I think I'll be really bored. I'll drive Lance nuts.
Yes, that is true. We're going to have to find some hobbies for you. Speaking of, I have a lot of hobbies that I picked up over the summer. I told you I picked up crochet.
You did?
I did. I'll show you
what
what
are
I
you
made.
Crocheting?
I made a blanket for Maya, and I also picked up needlepoint cross stitch. So
why?
I think because I need something to do. Otherwise, I start looking for things to do because I just have too much energy sometimes to just sit down and, as Matt calls it, cultivate my yin energy, just kind of
relax.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Yeah, you don't have that. I don't even, here's the problem.
I tidied up the ends, but it's a nice hot pink blanket.
I have tried to knit before. I will go and I will purchase knitting paraphernalia and yarn and stuff like that. You know how far I make it? Like a scarf for a squirrel or a mouse. And then I'm like, I'm done.
Well, then I brought Maya and she made a scarf.
I don't even have I can't sit down long enough to do that. Like, so I'm that much one more step worse than you are, that you can't just sit, but I can't even just sit and do something.
And see, I feel like this is a hobby that I never would have even cultivated had I been in TV news, right?
God, no.
My
because
hobby
you
was
wouldn't even had
surviving.
time to take a nap.
Yeah. Right. I would have been sleeping. Yeah.
But how did we select this knitting situation or crocheting or whatever it is?
I have this compulsion where I really feel like I want to make myself some clothing. And so I thought I'd start with a blanket because it's just a big rectangle.
You know, there's lots of holes in things that you crochet, Erin. What are you making first?
It depends
A
on the
sweater?
hook that you use. And because I want to have the title world-class hooker.
We have never had this conversation, I don't think, with everyone to the extent that we should have had it, which is Erin likes to make things herself, and it may be like things that you would never expect, like, you know, hair, makeup, like on the air, TV, but like girlfriend makes her own deodorant,
Which is very good. It's very good deodorant. Yeah.
Didn't you try to make like sourdough bread and all these things before?
Yeah, we made sourdough bread for a long time. I've got kombucha brewing right now.
I mean,
toothpaste. It's a very good toothpaste too.
Remind me what you put in your toothpaste.
It's basically like Aztec clay. Have you heard of that?
No. What is that?
Cinnamon. And baking soda. It's the same thing that,
this is so impressive.
In regular toothpaste, but without the chemicals.
I get ideas about things that I'm going to do, like make cheese.
Well, you started at 10, man.
I'll buy the stuff to make the cheese, and then I don't make the cheese. Or like I'm going to knit, but then I don't knit. I like the idea of it in theory. And then I stop.
Okay, I'm going to push you to do that.
What am I making cheese, or what are you pushing me to do?
Yeah, whatever you have the ingredients for, do it.
I should do something like that, shouldn't I? Okay.
Start creating those habits now, Megan, so that
I'm not totally bored
when your kids start leaving. Yeah.
What will I do? I mean, like, I would like to have chickens.
Start with cheese.
You just told me cheese was a high reach.
I feel like chickens is even higher than cheese.
No, they would just walk around and like peck at stuff, and then I could have their eggs. It would be so cute.
Did you know they only lay eggs for a finite amount of time?
I did know that. And I also know that it's not allowed in my neighborhood. So I'd have to hide my chickens, which seems not likely.
I like where this is going. Now I want you to raise chickens.
Megan, why are we hearing a cockadoodle-doo? I have no idea. All right. Chicken house. Okay, go ahead.
We don't have any real structure to today because
clearly, if you didn't pick that up already.
Yes. But we did have one of our viewers and fans, Sean, find your Peep eating video.
Which I can't, first of all, I'm so glad you found it. Secondly, hold on, before we start, what is this outfit and what's happening here? Go ahead.
Let me guess the year. I'm going to guess the year by the outfit. I'm going to go with 2007.
No, it had to have been like 2010-ish.
Okay.
I think.
Were you wearing matching pants?
No, it could have been 08 or 09. And no, it was black pants with that.
Well, yeah, because you have your black camisole under it.
Yes.
I know that one. All right. So here's Megan eating a Peep.
They said Megan is sweet.
Okay. Yes.
Here you go.
Very
now,
nice.
but here's the thing. You can't do it incorrectly. There's like only one way to do this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
How do you eat a
So
Peep?
you hold the Peep this way, right? You can see his little tail.
Right.
We'll do that first.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Then you bite off his head. See it? Okay. Then you go in for the kill.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. What right?
We should put this on YouTube.
Maybe it'll
This
end
is
up
great.
there. But then in the end, you can put this entire part in your mouth.
Yes.
And it's like the best way to go.
And how do we do that?
Oh my goodness. So that's just 3, right? 3 bites.
Did Tiger make a Peep at the Masters?
You did hear from
We're gonna
him.
enjoy
You guys go
ourselves.
ahead. You guys go ahead. I'm going to go to the sports Saturday at Augusta Nationals.
Meanwhile, they're like, what is this maniac weather woman we're working with right now? That is the way you should eat a Peep, though, in all fairness. Tailhead.
Who pitched that segment idea?
I just did it.
Oh, there were Peeps on the desk.
It was Easter. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure, which is why I was wearing the white and the little pink, whatever it was. And it was also, those were not the normal anchors. That was the sports team anchoring that morning. So guaranteed, whomever it was typically, which I think it was Mary Calvi and maybe Steve Bartlestein at that time, maybe. I guarantee they were off for Easter. And of course, I was low man on the totem pole weather, so I was there. So I think I felt like, screw it. I'm going to eat a peep live on the air. And no one can stop me. And no one did bother. And I'm not sure anyone was watching anyway. So there's the
See how
peep
many
clip.
views that video has. We'll see who was watching it in post.
Yeah. Well, like, also note to everyone, I did not post that. Some other human posted that. There's a lot of stuff of me on YouTube and wherever that I had nothing to do with.
2,000 views.
That's all?
Did you know that I'm on WikiFeet?
WikiFeet? Is that a thing?
It is, apparently.
Can I see it?
It's just a picture of me doing like a yoga pose because I was posing for yoga, but apparently there's you can post not famous people and then their pictures of their feet.
I really want to see that. I really
You should have told me this before.
All right, I'll talk while you look for it because just in case you don't know, there are, if you're not a foot person, which I don't like feet, I don't like anybody's feet, like literally anybody's outside of babies where they've not probably even touched the ground with them yet. Aside from that, feet are gross to me. Anyway, there are people who are obsessed with feet, and these people,
They watch TV.
They do, and they will email asking for feet pictures of people like Erin and myself and many other women that I've worked with. And
So I
I
just
had one guy
Googled-
who would suggest how I should take my foot pictures.
I did Erin Kennedy feet. And so here it is, Erin Kennedy's feet on WikiFeet. So I was just doing a yoga pose this was a Zen Yoga Garage in Chicago, which was a great yoga place if you're around there.
Yeah. What the? You can't even really see your feet, but I mean, they're there. I guess if you're like a foot fetish person, you're probably like zooming in, right?
Don't you wonder if maybe you should just have a side hustle like selling pictures of your feet? Because clearly,
First of all, I can't imagine anyone would want pictures of feet, but there are people out there. And to that end, maybe we could make some extra money. Let's do it.
just saying.
No, but also not, because that is, what are they doing with them? What are they doing with those? You know what they're doing with
I
those.
think you know what they're doing with them. Yeah. But it is just your feet. Like, I feel like, there's a lot of things that wouldn't pass the "is this okay with you" husband test. But I feel like a husband who'd be like, "Oh, you're going to sell that? And how much money are you going to
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, imagine my horror when, for whatever reason, my kids have been at school and like Googling things and they'll Google me and like there are things that pop up that I did not put on there, which I'm like, oh my God. Like Megan Glero's boobs or whatever. And it's like, not my boobs, but someone has taken a screen grab of me doing the weather and then like zoomed in. Like there's so many weird things. Yeah. So Erin Kennedy feet on WikiFeet.
Well, I'm glad you did the Peeps eating on air. I think that was good.
I mean, it was a critical moment. I was really helping society with a question for the ages.
Of course you were. Yeah. Megan, I mean, that was a public service annannounced more than anything else.
Akin to hurricane coverage,
Yeah.
tornadoes,
Saving lives. Mm-hmm.
It's what you do. It's
On that note, my feet, your peeps.
now there's peeps for every season. I don't have to wait till Easter anymore.
You know the right way to eat a peep?
Don't eat a peep.
Don't eat a peep.
If you do put them in the microwave, they do blow up. Have you tried that?
Yes, that's what we do with peeps in our house. Yes.
Yeah, I know you hate them. Do you like candy corn? I can't remember.
I do like candy corn, but to me, I'm actually almost growing out of liking candy corn. I feel like that really is a young man's game. Yeah.
No. Oh, ladies eat candy corn, Erin.
I feel like now my mom was saying it's too sweet.
It is really
My
sweet.
hair, you guys, the weather is just crazy here today.
I mean, your hair looks, I kind of like it like this. It's like more chill, Erin.
It's
It's more
very
like
flat.
I made kombucha this morning and maybe some sourdough later and knitted, Erin.
I went to the bus stop and it's 5 million degrees and 100% humidity.
Yeah, surface of the sun.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, Erin's got a busy week. I've got a busy week. We'll be back next week. We are planning to review a tape with someone, and by tape I mean reel, and by reel I mean what they're trying to do to make it in the world of television. So that will be interesting for you guys, and so that's soon to come.
Yeah, lots of good stuff coming up. All right. In the meantime, happy kids are back to school every one day.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. Bye, Megan. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.